and adult subjects. How to set the stage to capture those special feelings. How to achieve images that result in beautiful wall portraits that your clients will always treasure. In a whole new light, we'll show you how to create your own success story and realize your dreams.
In this video on capturing naturalness in children's portraiture, I hope to give you an invitation into a child's world. My approach to children's portraiture is very low-key and positive and approving. Rather than take a strict authoritarian approach, making the children conform to my poses, I simply give them a suggestion and then let the children perform it their way. And they do. You have to steal these kind of images because children change things very quickly. But this is where the great, sincere, believable images come from. You simply have to give a child permission to be a child. And then you just stand back and watch the beautiful gifts of spontaneity and naturalness that they give you. The child will make a decision about you, though, very, very quickly, whether you're a good guy or a bad guy, or whether they're going to invite you into their world or not. They're always looking for signals, and it happens at the very first meeting, like you're about to see. Well, look who came to see me. Miss Bridget, how are you? And it's Andrew. Becky, how are you? Nice to see you again. How are you guys doing? Huh? Is he being Mr. Shy today? Hey, you know what? We're going to do some pretty pictures. And I like what you wore. Did you pick this dress out? Did you? One of the first things I try and do to establish rapport with children is simply to get down on their level. Just kneel down closer to them. And then I'll try and get their interest with something. In this case, I used a feather, something very soft and gentle. Paint your nails? That's how they do it. Feathers. You want to keep the feather? You can give it back to Tony. Yeah, you could. You know what? Tony's been waiting for you guys. Andrew, Tony has been waiting for you all morning long. It's true. He wants to sing a song for you. He's been practicing a song for you all morning long. I have a feather here for you. Do you want to see if you can find it? I like to watch their body language, too. Watch this little guy. You found it. Andrew, you found it. He found my He can't feather. Let go of Mommy. You seen it? Pretty. Yeah. Let me see your fingernails. Let me see. There. Now watch the hands. Hands are very expressive of tension or relaxation. Hers are very relaxed. Do you know where that feather came from? He's not quite as sure. It came from that guy up there, Tony the bird. It's true, he did. Want to go see Tony? Have you met him before? Have you? Look what you got. Yeah. When I'm photographing children, I prefer to use a very simple light arrangement. I'll usually take two very large soft boxes for key lights, place them on one side of the camera, and on the opposite side use a large piece of foam core, which is freestanding, to use to reflect the fill light. Behind and above them, I have attached to the ceiling another soft box, which is used as the separation light or hair light. I find that when using this lighting arrangement, the children have freedom to move around before the light pattern changes tremendously, and I don't have to go back and forth constantly arranging the light. The light comes forward in a very soft, wrap-around fashion, very flattering for children, and very appropriate for this kind of photography. I want you to hold that feather in your hand and surprise him with it, okay? She's going to see if she can make it disappear, all right? And you see if you can steal it from her, all right? All right? Okay. Show him the feather. Go ahead. Yay! You found it. You found it right away. That was very good. Now, are you ready? Okay, go ahead. Show him the feather. You can do it. Yay! Very good. Were you ever scared by a giant eagle? Would you be scared if a great big eagle came and he flew down? At this stage in the sitting, I'm still just trying to get the children to loosen up. So by the storytelling, I at least get them to listen to me. It gives me a chance to watch their reactions. I want to go for a ride with you, but what if he came to your brother first, and he grabbed him, and he started to pick him up?
The girl's already comfortable. The boy isn't sure.
I don't know what I would do. I might be scared. But you've got your sister there to protect, huh? She could take care of you. I know she could. Now, what if that eagle came, and what if he saw that thing in her hand? And what is that thing in her hand?
The one thing that I'll never do is tell a child they're doing something wrong. I'll simply go up and move their hands into position and proceed from there.
And he came to get you. What would you do? What would you do?
Never disapprove.
You'd probably
Always
go to your sister to
approving.
protect you. Go ahead, protect him. Hold him tight. Don't let him get the eagle. Oh, please. That's so pretty.
As she starts to come alive. But look at these eyes. They're so transparent. They're not quite trusting yet. They're still watching. He's not quite sure. Eyes are the window. Always watch the eyes.
When they were resting, Barry would fly. He'd fly into the moonlight. And they could see the stars. They could. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes when they were way up high in the sky.
Now watch his expressions, because what I'm talking about are real dreamy stories. And the expressions will follow. They'll listen to your
And they
story.
would dream about things. And when they would dream, they would see their dreams up in the sky. It was wonderful. And you know what? They were never scared.
So I'll need to adjust them here just a little bit because they're starting to list to one side. But the way to do it is just simply go up and nudge them straight up.
And do you think they would believe them?
Never tell them, oh, you're leaning too far, you're doing it wrong.
Never. Don't lean that way. Go back this way. That's so good. That was fun. I wish we had an eagle. I wish we could go flying right now, don't you? Very good.
But I want to find treasure in there.
Okay, you know what? Close your eyes. I'll hide it again.
Now the little boy's beginning to loosen up, so we'll try a few more activities now.
You're ready. Okay, go ahead.
Start by hiding a feather in a book. I get him to close his eyes, and it's kind of like a game to him. They're beginning to enjoy the whole procedure.
Did you see one? Do you? Okay, no, that's so good.
An important thing here is to always have a gentle tone of voice with the child.
Lift up this page.
Whispering is important.
Peek yet. Lift it up with this hand, okay?
And then you've got to have a lot of energy. You've got to have that child connection, and energy is one thing that does it.
No, it wasn't. You silly. You tricked me. Oh, my gosh. You found another one. You did. Pulled it right out of that bird. Oh, my gosh. It's so pretty. I'm going to walk over here. Eyes right here. Right here at me. It's so pretty. I love it. Ready? Back here. Oh.
Switching to a lower key means you're establishing a quieter mood. Now watch his hands. Hands can make the photo happen. Very subtle, tiny little changes, but they're important.
What was that? See if it happens to your sister to make her feel cool, right?
And she's starting to look a little bored, but she's being nice and she's being patient with us.
Rest your head right down there. Sweet. Ready? I'll go for a walk, but whatever you do, don't make me trip, okay? Oh! What, you? Oh. I'm going to get you for that. Ready, Bridget? Chin up a little bit, Betty. Ah, so sweet. Just let this hand go down, just like that. Ready? This hand can go back up like this. You're going to what? Bridget, turn your face to me. Attica. Oh! You're going to do that to me? Okay, I'll go for a walk. Please don't do it. Please, please. Oh, no. Okay, here I go. Oh! You did it! You're no good. Oh, my gosh.
I want to do that again.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, ready? Are you ready? Are you falling off of there?
Now we're on a close enough level that we can have fun together. And that's where all the great expressions come from, when they're having fun. You got to be their buddy.
Here I go.
You got to get down on their level and think like they think.
You got me. How did you do it? Yes, that's great. And Andrew, you stand over there this time. Run
Try and keep them involved. Try and keep them on a high energy level.
Pull up that edge.
Something just like spreading out a muslin can be a whole lot of fun for a kid.
Yay. That was good. Let's change this. Watch. I've got an idea. Let's pretend that you were so hot
Here I felt the need
that you
to
had
change
take off your
something.
coat. Yes.
So I took off the little boy's
and your
coat.
sister,
But I also began to
taking such
change the
good care of
storyline a little bit.
she was like this. She was sitting in the sand, just waiting.
Now
But
watch
you
what
were
happens
upset
when I
because
mention
you missed your mommy really
him
bad.
being upset and missing
And
his
so you were
mommy.
kind of lying down on her.
Immediately,
Like that,
the hand
saying,
goes to
"I
the
wish I
mouth.
had my mama."
Evidently, I hit a raw nerve.
Thinking. That's what you were saying. Uh-oh. No eating fingers. You can look right
Watch what happens with her. She has been waiting for this moment, her chance to be the mommy. This is what Bridget is all about.
Beautiful. I'll protect you. Don't you worry. Yeah, and you can be looking up at the sky for the eagle. Let's just get violent here, shall we? Broken glass.
The longer the sitting goes, the harder it is to keep their attention.
Come on, right over here.
So
fast.
save some sort of activity,
It's gonna
something
be-
strong for the end,
Are you ready?
to add energy. They'll respond to your energy, and you might get one last burst.
Gotcha again. Okay, now watch.
I want to
Would you like to try it? Try it once, right here in my hand. Ow! One last time. Sweet.
Now, if you sense the energy's gone, then let them be quiet and serene. Just match the expressions to their mood.
Oh, big breeze. Big breeze. Okay, you know what? Hop up, give your sister a kiss, and we're all done. Yay! Good
Our next session is two sisters with two very different personalities. The older girl is quite reserved. The younger girl is very animated and very affectionate.
We're going to have fun in just a minute. Let me explain just a little bit about the scene and what we've got planned here. My first reaction to this was just that it had a lot of movement in it. It had all the nice foliage and all the beautiful soft lines that says romance, gracefulness, little girl. So we're in the right spot. The light is kind of tricky. It's very, very soft light. What we're going to be doing is taking a reading just like this, right back at the camera, using this very soft light. We're going to be letting that background go a little bit brighter. But once I get my technical stuff out of the way, picking the area for the light, picking the lines, I'm going to drift backwards and I'm going to leave the girls on their own. And this is usually my strategy for an outdoor portrait, to let the children make it happen on their own. I'll choose a framework, I'll pick a scene, I'll get the lines, and then they go off on their own. What is it? You're doing great. Oh, it's time to get going? Okay. Hey, why don't you come towards me, right down here.
What I'm doing here is setting up a scene that looks like it's photographed through a window, as if there's no camera there and you're just watching this happen. It's a painterly piece that focuses on gracefulness and naturalness.
My camera. Don't pull her too hard. Let me look back here. All right. I love to let the kids be on their own at this stage. I love even just to watch the kids watch other things happening. So I'm trying to create a certain look and a certain feel, and I'll sort of over-direct them in the beginning. And as soon as they get the hang of it and forget about me, we'll let them go off on their own. Okay, start to take that first step. You ready? Look at your sister, beautiful.
And then sometimes it's just a fraction of a second when the lines look good and everything flows together.
Maybe we'll do it a little bit different. Like maybe this time I'll let you hold this beneath. Okay.
So I'll keep rehearsing them, showing them how to do it, how to begin,
Very pretty. And then look up at your sister.
setting the stage, and then letting them
That's so good. I
act
love how
within
you
that
do You're
framework.
so good. Oh, kids, you're doing great. All right, there you go, looking up at your sister. Very pretty. Start to take that step. There you go. I love that. Look up at her. Look up high at your sister. Atta girl. So sweet. Okay, actually let them walk right through that composition. Now I'm going to have them do it again. We might do this 6 or 8 times because what's the prettiest part of all this is that graceful, fluid movement that starts to happen when they just begin to take that step. But you never quite know if you got it. So we're going to repeat it again. Come on down here. Are you having fun?
No.
What?
No.
Right over here. We're going to play the game again. Now, this time, let's do it different. This time, let's pretend that someone's chasing us. And we have to get to that top of that mountain. And you're very,
Often
very
try a
fast.
variation of the story to see what reactions I'm going to get from them. If you can get a child involved in thinking, the expressions are so much more poetic and beautiful.
Look right up at her. Before you even take the step, I'll take a picture, okay? You can look down at her.
Now again, the tone of
You're
voice is
smiling
very
at her because
important.
you-
If
you
you're
got
gentle,
it
if
to the
you're
top of the
whispering and
mountain,
very
and
quiet,
no one caught you.
then they're
You're
not threatened
happy,
and they
having a
listen to
good
you very
time.
easily.
All right, looking right up at it, so pretty. Okay, start to take that step. Beautiful. I love how you do that. Very sweet. All right. This is the best time of the session when you can just let the kids be right by themselves. Now, I would probably move in a little bit closer just so I had a nice close view of them. And Betsy, could you pull your hair back just a little bit so it goes behind your head, girl? Very pretty. Really do. I'm going to turn you girls one more time this way, just a little tiny bit. And you still rest there. You're not sad, are you? You're not sad. But you're thinking about something. What are you thinking about? Maybe a little...
Think about married.
Oh, really? Being married?
But not really.
Wow. Why were you thinking about being married? Put this hand behind her. Rest there.
Someone, when we die, to get married again.
You know, sometimes when you're
Definitely.
photographing children,
Lean right next to your sister for a second.
magic moments can be
Beautiful. I love
painfully
that.
short.
So
Sometimes
pretty.
just a
Both of you
fraction
right
of a
back
second
there.
and it's
Stop
gone.
for a second.
You've
Good.
got to
Betsy, rest your
anticipate
head right
and
there
watch
again.
closely and take
Beautiful.
chances.
Now look right here at me. I'll be fascinating. Oh, that's good. You're reading your book? And we'll do some pictures your way and some pictures my way, and we'll keep
I
playing.
don't want to pretend.
You don't want to pretend. Okay, then we should do what you would like to do.
Are you going to be my own self?
Your own self? I think your own self is wonderful. Let's be your own self. Can I be my own self?
Yes.
I can?
I want you to have the same name that you have in real life.
Okay, which name is that? Do you know my real name? I'll whisper it to you. It's Candy.
Nuh-uh.
It is.
Uh-uh.
My real name is Candy.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Well, it's David. Okay? You call me David. You don't even have to call me Mr. David. You can call me David. And I will call you Shannon. Okay?
Shannon O'Brien.
Shannon O'Brien. Thank you very much.
Not O'Brien, like a baby.
Oh, like a grown-up. Shannon O'Brien. Thank you for teaching me so much.
As you
good
can
stuff
see,
about
Shannon is a
yourself.
definitely
Really
strong-willed
like
child
doing that.
in a contrary mood.
Okay.
She can be
I'll go
perfectly
back.
charming and delightful when she's distracted. But when she feels she's in control, she'll do everything the opposite of what I ask.
Okay.
It's the game she's decided to play.
Girl does this. You know what? I think if I put my hand inside here, it's going to turn into a spider. A spider. It looks like a spider, don't you think? I think it's a spider. You want to see the spider again? Love to watch these little guys do their own thing back here because this is all Miss Natural Body Language here. This is not stuff that I could do all by myself and think up. She's going to do it.
What Shannon does have is lots of energy and body language.
You drifted right off the set there.
Because she refuses to be posed, she'll come up with some delightful images all on her own.
No, you have to wait here.
But these have to be stolen moments.
You know what?
She's not going to give anything away.
Because you don't listen to them.
Well, I wish I had more, though. It's awful sad. I mean, I really need them. Look over here at me a little bit.
You always have to be ready to react because you may only get a second when the scene works.
What's the cat's name? What? Snowball. Really? Is it really Snowball? Is it a black cat?
Right.
White cat. Well, what a funny name, Snowball. What a funny name for a white cat. Oh, my goodness.
Now, as soon as you get Shannon's interest, she sparkles.
She's all white?
And as soon as she
Is she
gets
cold
bored,
when you touch
she's
her?
going to play the game again. Now
Would
watch.
she melt in the sun? Snowballs melt in the sun. No. She won't, though. Huh? That's just her name. She's not a real frozen cat, right? That would be funny if she were a frozen cat, huh? Uh-oh! Corn a cob. Uh-oh. Ready? Ouch! Stinky feet. Uh-oh. Tear my pants.
Shannon definitely demands a
You're
lot
tearing
of
my leather.
energy and imagination and timing.
Wait. Can you hear that music?
But if you're patient, her energy can be very, very photogenic.
Shh. Shannon, can you hear the music? Listen. Da da dee 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 dee. Shannon. Shh. Shannon. I'm trying to get one quiet one. Uh-oh. Good going. You are a character. You like to make me work real hard, don't you? Don't you? You've never experienced this before, have you? Probably not. Thank you for being a perfect model for us today. No one else will ever feel bad about having a fun time taking pictures again. You're a dolly. You did good. You know that? Let's go tell your mom how great you did.
You know, I thought this session was over. In fact, I was delighted at the thought when Shannon came bouncing back in and asked me, "Can I be a ballerina?" Watch what happened when Shannon entered her dream world.
What part would you play, darling? Would you be the Sugar Plum Fairy? Would you?
No, the prima ballerina.
I hope I'm...
No, the prima ballerina.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on the center stage is the prima ballerina of all the world, Shannon O'Brien. Yay! And they'd all clap. They would all clap, Shannon. And maybe a man would be there to take your picture. He'd go like this. He'd go, "Miss," and you would go, "Yes." And he would say, "Can I take your picture for the magazine?" And you would say, "Okay."
Now she's really believing the fantasy. You can see it in her eyes. And watch it happen one more time. Watch Shannon believe.
They would all clap, Shannon. And maybe a man would be there to take your picture. He'd go like this. He'd go, "Miss," and you would go, "Yes." And he would say, "Can I take your picture for the magazine?" And you would say, "Okay."
If you can imagine what it would be like to be a child, to dream a child's dreams, then you can begin to reach them in their world. A child who is enthralled
And you would become...
is a beautiful sight.
How do you do it when you dance? Do you move your feet like this sometimes? Try that. Can you do that?
You always be on the tippy toe.
Always on the tippy toes? Can you put one foot on the other foot like this? Oh, careful, careful, don't fall. Okay, right? Okay, it'll be fun like a cloud. Now watch. Pretend. Let's pretend
Always
it's
finish a
falling
sitting with
down
the
in
high
sky,
energy burst. Just
okay?
one last
All right.
idea. Photographing a child like Shannon. It takes a
Where
lot
is
of
she?
energy and it takes a lot of
Dancing your way
patience.
out.
But she just
Yay, that
makes
was so
great
good.
pictures happen.
Okay, let's try it again. You're gonna dance your way out. Yeah. Okay?
Never blame a child
Now
for
wait.
having
Wait
a
till the
wonderful
camera's ready.
spirit.
Wait till the camera's ready. Okay. Dance your way out. Dancing, dancing. Yay! She did it. Today we are here with a very pretty little girl by the name of Lacey, and we're here to do her picture. Now, Lacey was a little afraid to get out of the car because I think I looked kind of scary and my camera was kind of big. But we've gotten this far because I promised her we would play pictures up here in the forest. And yeah, we're going to play and we're going to look for squirrels and stuff. But look what I brought. I brought a picture of an ugly monkey. You want to see it? Yeah! Yuck! An ugly monkey. I brought the picture of the ugly man, too. Want to see it? Ooh! The ugly man. Ooh, the ugly man. Can I take another look? Ugly man! Oh, my goodness. Ugly. You know what? What do we do here today? Let's take
With a child like Lacey, it's very important, very early on in the session, to give them permission to be themselves. Often well-meaning parents tell children to act a certain way for the photographer, and the children just end up confused and scared.
Are you pushing the button?
It would have been a crime to miss the wealth of delightful natural expressions that this little child has.
Okay, Mr. Squirrel. I know you're here someplace. You know what? Let's let this piece go back down here and leave it there for a minute. Now, the squirrel family that lives out here, there's 4 little squirrels and 1 big squirrel. And the one... Oh, you almost took a dive there, huh? So sweet. Beg my pardon? I love how you say that. Would you say that to me again? Say it to me again. Say it.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. Aren't you the sweetest angel? You say the sweetest little stuff. Now watch. I'm going to do something here for this full-length picture. I'm going to put this like this, and the camera will show your feet. Now stay there just for a second. I'm going to go for a little walk, but please, don't make me trip when I walk, okay? Promise? Oh, you! Oh, you! Oh, you! Oh, my gosh, you silly. You did that on purpose, didn't you? You are such a character. Squirrels. You know what? When that squirrel comes up, if he licks your face, you just... I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Very, very nice you remembered that. Now watch. You know what? You know what? One time when I was here, the little tiny squirrel ran up to me, and he looked up at me, and he looked so hungry like he couldn't find any food. And so you know what I did? I went out to try and find food for him. And you know what I found for him? How did that foot go? Did you remember? I beg your pardon. I love when you say that. That's so pretty. Don't go away, though. Okay. Uh-oh, are you hiding? Were you hiding? Let me fix your hair. Now, wait. Very, very pretty. Stay a little tiny bit closer like that. Uh-oh. All right. Rest your hand right there. I'll be right back here. Lacey! Hi, Dolly. Hi, Dolly. What? What? Uh-oh, look. Badger in the tree. Badger in the tree. Badger in the tree. Oh.
Lacey has so many different looks that you just have to be prepared to shoot a lot of film to capture the right ones. You never know what she's going to do next, and the smallest little movement
Peek at me over here. See if you can see.
can mean something so entirely different.
Hey, I saw you. Ready? Where's Miss Lacey? Oh, who's that? You're not Wendy. You're not Wendy, you're Lacey.
She's a
You're not
high-energy
Wendy, you're
child,
Lacey.
and she responds to a lot
I
of
know you
energy,
are.
so you
Who's
just
that person?
constantly have to keep it fun.
Mother and a baby down there. Uh-oh.
As soon as you get her bored,
Fix this.
you're going to know it.
Okay. Oh, who's back over here? Pretty girl. Oh, who's back over here? Wait, I'll do my trick with the leaf. Ready? Ready? Oh, too big. Watch.
That one?
This one. This one's perfect. Ready? Mr. Eagle. Eagles, yeah. Eagles, yeah. Hey. Eagles, yeah. How would you like to move? Let's go someplace else. Come on. I think that what happens over here is going to be...
Rather than over-direct a child, if their feet aren't graceful, I'll simply crop in closer.
I'm going to get you for that.
Sometimes it's easier than changing the whole position.
You are such a character. Yes, you are. Let's let you stand over here. Let's... Uh-oh. 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 Oh. Uh-oh. Snakes. Squirrels. Nice underwear. Do you do that to cool off? Yes.
This will make me sweat.
I know, but we'll get arrested. You can't do that. You stay here just for a second. You know what? Let's jump through the tree. Okay?
Some kids just steal your heart away, and it's so easy to keep up the energy for them.
Oh my
But be
gosh.
very
You have a
careful that
sticky
you
bush,
don't
know?
over-direct them.
Sticky bush,
It can
you
be
go
very
down.
intimidating. So I'll simply suggest an activity, and then I'll let them perform it their
Good
way.
job. Now watch. I'll go for an adventure walk. I'll go for an adventure. Will you be okay here if I leave you here? Okay, I'll go bring us a tiger back, okay? Okay. Ready for a tiger? Okay. Hi, beauty. I think I love you. I think I do. Snakes! You've had it with the snake routine, huh? Squirrels. Here she comes. You know what? Take one gentle little step through that tree. Ready? Here she comes. Yay! Steady. Here comes the other foot. Steady. Here it comes. Real gentle. Beautiful.
I never criticize, even if they did it absolutely wrong. I always praise them, and then it makes them want to try it again. Gives you a second chance.
First step through the tree. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, take one step.
Lacey's so
Going on a
wonderful,
walk
because
here.
one look at her face and you know exactly how you're doing. Good, bad, in between. She'll let you know right away just by the look in her eyes.
Here she comes. Beautiful step. Thank you. Who's that over there? Who's that over there? Is that your mommy? Yay. Whoa.
Our next sequence will be a complete change of pace. It'll be a mother and her infant child, and will present a whole new set of portrait
Are you calling me
opportunities.
an old man? And what we're going to do is just set up a scene where the two of them can interact together. Hey, Haley, welcome to the world. Welcome to the world. It's not going to be as bad as you think. Let's lie her down and we'll get started. One of the things I always look for is just a soft leading line. And what we've created here with the Muslim is just leading that right down towards her. Our light is coming from behind. So really at this point it's blocked a little bit. So I'm going to move Beth back just a tiny little bit. Could you slide back that way just a little bit? This beautiful soft light is now just going to wrap around. Now the things that we watch for are just the way the lines intersect. So Beth, is it possible for you to just lean down, leaving a little bit more towards her like that? Very pretty. We'll let these be very soft. Are you having a nice time? This hand, if she'll stay there, let's try that hand on top of her instead, just resting just like that. Very pretty. Let me look back here from my camera. Okay, what it looks like back here is this terrible spread eagle. Okay, poof, like that with little ones. So we're going to change that a little bit. What we're going to do is move this shape so it'll go this way. And these little legs will go down towards you. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Now we've got a softer feel to this. Yeah, you want to squirm around, though, don't you, huh? You want to move, pal, huh? We're going to let Mom and Baby just talk together here. Mom, anything you want to do is fine with me. We love the way you do that. Yeah, who is that? So sweet. Go down even closer, almost nose to nose there. Darling. The lighting that we're doing here is really more for the baby. It's doing more for texture, the way it lights the gown skimming across. So sweet. Who's that? Huh? I love that stuff.
It's obvious we can't give a lot of instruction to half of the models here. To ensure the right feeling, we take care to set a scene with the right symbols and textures and shapes.
Lucky.
Now it's up to the mother and
Yeah,
child and their
lucky.
reactions to each other.
Cutie pie girl, there we go, cutie pie girl. Shoo. Ah, darling, I love that light. You know, it's real pretty. Lean in towards her, point your nose towards me. It's just so your nose is towards camera there, and rest your head right up against her there. Oh, I like that. What's that sound? Loud sound. Loud sound.
Now, this is a time for
Princess
patience
girl.
and encouragement. The moms have to know that it's okay if this takes time. Because if the mom is tense,
Yeah, let's do
the
that.
baby will pick up on it and feel real uncomfortable.
Hi, beauty. I'm gonna get you. Gotcha. Hi, princess. Hi, princess girl. I see you.
There's always a lot of caressing
Hold
and
her.
just slight
Can you do
movement
that?
changes
Hold
of the
her
child.
hand. Her hands on your hands. Wowie, whoa. What's that one? What's going on there? Yeah.
The situations
Look
here
at that.
will be ones that you'll have to steal the moment. It'll happen very fast. You have to anticipate.
Lean in towards her. Just your point your face. There you go. Nah. Ooh, stand up tall. Stand up tall. Ooh, we'll do a stand up tall because she's gonna. If she stands up tall, good. Now let's do that stand up tall. Looking back at me when she stands up tall. Okay. Ready for a stand up tall? Are you ready? Big girl. Say if you're ready. Anytime you're ready. There she goes. Big stand up tall girl. Yeah, very pretty. You did that good. Yeah. Now looking back down at that little one. Beautiful. There we go. I love that. Pure poetry. Yeah. So sweet. Ooh. I like that.
I wanted to do some very classical old masters looks, and this called for very low-key lighting. And notice how dramatic the lines become when reduced to outline form.
So sweet. That's so sweet. Ah, yes. New hairdo for Mama.
There's a lot of gentle S-curves in round, soft
beautiful,
shapes in this
beautiful.
particular pose. These lines are very symbolic, gracefulness and gentleness,
Pretty face. Yeah, smile at that little baby girl.
and symbolize the feelings we're trying to portray.
Well, we'll just fake it then. Yeah, yahoo! Beth, you did wonderful. You guys are just beautiful together. That's great. Well, thank you, mother and baby. You went the distance. Beautiful thing about children is they don't have a self-image. They don't have the weight of the world on their shoulders. They're free. They feel, they imagine, they play. It would be a crime for me to come here with a plan that those kids had to perform. The way that I choose to work is to work with each kid individually. Watch how they move. Watch their individual characteristics and style and go with the flow. I let them dictate to me. That's what makes a beautiful portrait session real. Later on, we're going to bring the two boys together, and then we're going to watch the special magic that happens when little minds work together. We're going to let them play, and we're going to disappear in the background and steal pictures, as if we're just photographing through a window and they're not even paying attention. So let's get started. I think we're going to do Charlie first, and we'll take a little walk together. Charlie, are you ready? Here we go. Come on down the path, buddy. We'll go for a walk. And Michael, will you wait and you can be the second guy? No. Okay. It's agreed then. Come on, follow me.
This will be our last session, and as you'll see, photographing boys is a whole different kind of energy.
You know what?
What?
If I saw a squirrel there, you would jump down and get this.
I think that would be the cutest thing. And you could, maybe he'd come up and he'd lick your face or something. Do you think he would?
Those are nice.
Most squirrels are nice. Yeah, great feet.
Charlie wasn't feeling a whole lot of freedom in the beginning, so I really tried to involve him in the story, just fishing for something that would spark his interest and get him to forget about the camera.
Yeah.
If a standing
that's
pose
okay
doesn't
then.
feel fluid,
Do
then
what
just let
you
the
like,
child sit
because
down.
that's even better.
I'm always trying to
Always.
change something just to see what the
It's always better
response
to
will
do
be.
your own stuff. You know that, don't you? We'll get a place for your foot. Right in there, okay? Put it right there. Good. All right, now you stand here with this stick. And man, you look up there. And if the bad stuff comes,
Michael had a whole different style.
kill it.
Came across as strong and confident.
Okay. Here comes the badger! Watch out, the badger!
I put the camera a fair distance away and worked with a remote trigger and advance mechanism.
Watch out.
This helped him just respond to me and ignore the camera.
Yeah, you'll get him good, right? Wow, you'll nail him, right? Because you're brave. What about that up there?
It's a real snake.
A real snake? A real snake? Are you kidding? Uh-oh. You better go back there. You better go back. Back you go. Go ahead. Now watch. Let's see if it happens this time. Let's see if it happens, okay?
And Michael required a lot of input to create reaction and expression. However, he had wonderful moments when he would just look at me and think.
This time, rest your head on your hands like that. All the way down. Okay, are you ready? You're fun. You know that? Where'd your mama go? Down that way? We'll go find her. You wanna? Okay. The sun starts to set in the west here. Charlie's kind of out of energy. And so I'm not going to push him in anything. We're just going to sit here and let him relax. We'll probably get the more melancholy shots here, the quieter, more thoughtful things. When a child reaches his limit, they tune me out. And that's often when a lot of people go home, but it's often the best time to start shooting because of that beautiful look that you can't achieve any other way, except when they're bored and they'd rather be someplace else. So it is actually a positive thing.
Now watch this kid when he thinks nobody is looking. Imagination kicks right in. I'll
I'll be
often
back in a
tell
minute,
them,
all right?
I'll be right back, and I'll walk away from the camera and simply shoot with the remote. This gives them the illusion that no one's watching, and they do great stuff. Lonely always photographs great.
That was so good.
And notice that when these two get together, they become so much more loose and animated. Now it's not just me against them. Now I don't even enter the picture.
This guy.
They're safe and secure in their own little boy world now.
Lean in closer, guys. This is a secret. Lean in closer to each other.
Now here I'm trying to get a look started, and I try and direct them into an illustration type of photo.
Michael, look at Charlie. Hey, Michael, talk to Charlie. You guys are doing good. Put your noses real close to each other. Real close. That's really close, man. Not quite that close.
Now, I had to direct a lot at first to get it going, but finally they took over. They acted natural on their own, and they made it work.
But you guys need to lean in just a little bit closer together. We'll do one last little secret here, and we'll be done. Okay? Last little secret.
I'll often set a scene with a particular idea and get it started, and then just let the kids take it over. If you over-direct, you'll intimidate and wreck it every single time. So now the boys are finally in position and just acting on their own. These are the best pictures of childhood.
I just saw the seagull.
You did? Boy.
I saw a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, get her name. Get her name and number. Girls aren't allowed here. What are you looking forward to the most?
The park.
The park. The prize at the end is playing in the park, huh?
Come on, let's go.
Did you ever meet Michael before? You did? When? Just earlier today, huh?
Yeah, because I think, hey, know what?
What?
I have the Michael Jackson song.
Do you know what his name is?
Michael Jackson.
That's right. You have his song. He's a good singer. You know what? You guys were a lot of fun today.
You know what?
What? You were. You were both. Hey, Charlie, now pay attention to me when we talk here. We're almost done, okay? You know what? You know what? I think that the best thing that you guys did today was have fun. I do. We played in the park, and all those people stared at us with those cameras. But you know what? The best part was when we had fun, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because what is life except fun, right?
Let me see your teeth.
Oh, no, not this again.
What happened there?
Well, I just got one chipped. Someone hit me. When you take pictures, is it fun or not fun?
Fun.
Fun. That's good. What's the best part of your whole day?
Playing fun.
Playing fun. It's not fun when people make you do things, is it?
No.
It's just fun to play. I mean, being a kid means having fun. Is that right? Right? Charlie, do you wear these socks every day?
Only when I take pictures.
Only when you take pictures. I appreciate that you wore them today, and you did a real good job. Now, would you guys like to run down the park and play?
Yeah!
Do it, man! You got freedom.
No, this-
I'm running home. I've had it. I got no more energy. I got no more film, and I want to go home.
Well, now you've seen it. Real life. Sometimes photographing children is smooth as silk, and sometimes it's a very rocky road requiring a lot of film and a lot of patience. Always remember this. If you give a child permission to be a child, they will. But first, they have to sense that you approve of them, that you enjoy them, that you understand them. Try and see the world through their eyes. Try and involve them in something that'll make them think and feel. Tell them stories. Let them discover things. Try to fascinate them in some way, or give them the opportunity to show you what they are good at. But always get them to feel. Because after all, that's what childhood is all about. I'll finish with the famous words of Winston Churchill. He said, never, never, never give up. So go out there and have fun. And remember, if you sincerely look for beauty, you're going to find it. Thanks for watching.